Hello guys, this is Ajman Mahatab and I am here today with my new LDR project. This project is a very interesting project. This thing can turn on light when the dark came out at night, but at the daylight it turns the light off. So let me show you. If I consider the light you can see on the wall as sun, so what will happen? So if there is no daylight, the light will be on, and if there is light, the light will be turned off. So you guys can see that my mobile's flashlight is on. So when I came near it, the light turned off, and when I go back, the light turned on. So without wasting any time, let's get started. For this project, I am using lm358, the operation amplifier, and LDR to detect light, 100K variable resistor, C547 transistor, 5V relay to control AC load. You can use Verboard or a breadboard. So you guys can see the circuit is in process. So while the circuit is in process, why don't we understand how the circuit really works? On here, in the circuit we are using a lm358 IC, which has two out pins, an inverting pin and two non-inverting pin, and this is the BCC pin which we are gonna connect to 5V. And in the Z and D means ground, we are gonna connect the ground pin over here. So what these pins are really for? So lm358 IC has another name, which is also called operating amplifier. So why it is called amplifier? Because by it make before understanding the amplifier, why don't we understand the internal diagram of the circuit? It looks like that. I know that you guys don't understand what that really is. So for make it easy, I'm showing you guys over here. This is the same thing of that thing. Actually, I don't have code command on English, so because of that I really can't speak perfectly. So I will do my best to make you guys understand. So this is a carburetor. So what that thing really does? This is a non-inverting pin 2, and number 3 is the inverting pin. It invert. Think that this pin has like these ICs are worked on 5V. If we give 5 more than 5V less than it will work, and it could be damaged.
We will
So
get
think that in number 2 we are using 3.3V, and in number 3 we are using 5V. So what the output will come 5V. Just remember that number 3 should be greater than number 2 in voltage. If I'm showing you another. If number 2 is like, think that it's 5V and it is 3.3, it will give 0V. So this is really interesting, huh? So not only 5 or 3.3V works, you can use it by potentiometer or variable resistors. So if you give number 2 as 2.5 or as you wish, you can use any board, and number 3 is using 2.6 or number 3, it will give 5V. I'm using 1 because as a computer language, 5V mean 1 and 0V means 0. So don't think that the output will come from, just think that output will come 5V. And just think, these are like how can I say that, like think that this is a competition playground, and each of them are playing, and if number 3 is greater than the number 2, number 3 will win the prize, and number 2 is greater than became greater than and number 3, he won't do it, right? Any cost, he won't, number 2 won't never ever gonna take the prize. So what we are using next, the lm358. So in the this we are only the half of that, we are not using the other pins, we are only using the number 8 pin for the VCC for 5-volt power supply. So in number 2, just this is number 3 and number 2. Yes, I just wrote it that something like that. Okay, so in number 2 we are using a potentiometer. So for this I'm using a variable resistor which is connected right over here, and its other side is on the ground, and the first is and on number 3, I think this is the 5-volt power supply, and I'm using a 10k resistor over here, and this 10k resistor is connected with an LDR. I hope that you guys know about what that LDR really is. So I'm connecting the LDR's one pin, one side with the 10k resistor and the other side with the ground. So what this said really, what number 3 is gonna connect with? Number 3 is gonna connect with in the middle of LDR and 10k. So what LDR? Do you know what that thing really is? LDRs mean light dependent resistor. This is not something else, just resistor. Light dependent means when the light falls on the LDR, its resistance become too much. Cannot calculate that. But when there's no light over here, it makes a free line which can flow the bolt. So think that this is the sun, and when the sun's light fall on the LDR, it make a block. So this 5-volt line comes over here, and it comes and see the line is blocked, then it go return and go on that way. And you guys should know the LDR can make analog rates. For this it can make 3.3. like think that the LDR value is 2.0 when the full light fall on it. Just think that this is not calculated. Think that 20 and when the light on the middle of position, something like that over here, its values then become 10. So what we'll do, the 5 volts 2.5 volt will go over here, and 2.5 will go over here. So this also should be 5 volt. Okay, what that? So if then what we learned on the before over here, we learned that number 3 should be always greater than the number 2 on voltage. So if the 2.2 volt is on that number 3 pin, and we are by rotating the variable resistor, if the voltage over here is number 2.4, then it give a high volt. When the sun is like over here, it will and its value become 20, and the volt when it will come it will see there is no way to go over there on the ground floor. So what we'll do, the total volt will come here, and it became 5 volt on number 3 pin. So what really do, we will give 5 volt. So this is really a simple circuit. Why don't people don't understand that? I really don't know. So by using the 5 volt, we are using it on a transistor, and we are using a 1k over here. Let me show that thing over here. The 5 volt is coming from here, 5 volt, and we are using a 1k resistor over here, 1k, and this resistor goes on a transistor. Hope that you guys know about transistor. So the transistor sign is something like that. I'm gonna solder them right over here, and this is the emitter pin and this is the ground pin. So let me give you a hint of about transistor. What a transistor really do. A transistor is a tiny little switch which owns electricity, which works on electricity. So if you give a little bit, not 5 volt, if it gets 1 volt over here, it will switch, and we can use 12 to 15 bulbs, sorry, 5 to 15 bulbs in the transistor. So we are using a relay over here. So we are connecting the transistor pin over here to switch the relay with AC load. Okay, I think this is a bulb and this is AC load. Perhaps one line goes over here and the other should over here, and the other goes over here. So what it will really do, and this thing needs 5 volt access. Okay, this is 5 volt. So we are 5 volt, but there is a ground pin. So while I forgot the name of that again and again. Really, I don't know why it is called corporate or something else. They could give a simple name of that. Okay. Yeah. So when the 5 volt got by 1k, it makes a little amount like 1 to 2 volt. I really don't know. So then it got electricity, and this 5 volt, there is a coil over here, and this 5 volt got inside that, and it is searching for ground, and see the gate is closed when there is 0 volt. When the 0 volt is, the gate is always closed, but when there is a 5 volt, the gate will be open, and the bolt will come over here and see that the gate is open. Then it goes to ground and relay will switch and the lamp will go on. This happened when the LDR got light on that. But when the LDR don't got light on him, what will happen? When the LDR don't have light on him, sorry, don't have light on him, it will work as a pull-up resistor. The pull-up resistor is a resistor. Okay, the pull-up resistor is a resistor which will pull the voltage come. Like you and your friend is standing over here, and your friend wants to go somewhere else, and you are not giving the chance, and you are pulling him on him by holding his hand. Please come with me, something like that. So. So when the total terminal, when there is no light will fall, like there is we put hand over here, so there is no light falling on the LDR. What will happen? It will pull all the bolt. It will not let the bolt to go, but it will pull all the bolt to go, saying, "Please come inside, and go by me. Don't use that little thing." Then it will pull all the voltage and let them to the ground floor. This is how this circuit really works. Okay, so my circuit is ready, and I'm showing you in practical.